Server merges are right around the corner for New World Aeternum, which also means there's a brand new gold making opportunity for all of us. Regardless if we are going into a new server or if a new server is going into us, there's a huge opportunity to make a ton of gold. I've done this in previous server merges, and as you can tell, I'm sitting pretty good when it comes to overall gold. And I'm just going to showcase some of the tips and tricks on what I did before previous server merges to actually pick up tons of gold. Essentially, what I'm doing is I'm documenting the lowest cost for every useful material or item in the game. So typically what I like to do is just taking a look at all of these crafting components. So the flux, the sandpaper, the tannin, a little bit of everything. And essentially I have a Word document, or you can use a notepad and just document all of these prices. You can even kind of get a little bit more in depth and taking a look at some of the best in slot items that are in the trading post. Again, this is a little bit trickier to do, but what I like to do is look at the most expensive and most sought after items on my current server, and just take note of what those perks are and the general price range for the different pieces, um, with those different perks. And again, in order to successfully pull off this trick, we're basically trying to gather as much information as possible. This information will come in handy when I show you the next portion of this video, and it's all going to make a lot of sense. So keep on watching and let me know in the comments if you guys have done something like this before. But as you can tell, I'm now looking into most popular consumables. I've got regen pots, powerful honing stones, and honestly, a little bit of everything. Even when it comes to raw materials, right? Iron ore. I mean, this server's pretty dead, as you can tell. It looks like there's not a ton of orders in general. But you can do this with every type of resource as well as every quality of that resource and just stockpile as much information as possible. Once you do that, the next thing you're going to want to do is, believe it or not, get out of the game. So we're actually going to go to settings and we are going back to our main menu. And again, in order to properly pull this off, you're going to have to capture as much data as possible. Yes, there is some risk associated with this method, but in most cases, the largest amount of gold that you can pick up comes from the largest risk. So what you're going to want to do is create a character on the server that you're going to be merging into. Or you're going to create a character on the server that is getting merged. And the primary purpose of doing this is so you can gain that knowledge and information on the market prices in that server. So luckily for me, I actually have a level 13 or 14 character over on Valhalla, and my main character is in Marama. So that main character will be on this server within a few weeks. And what I'm doing now is doing exactly what I did before and then comparing and contrasting the different prices. As you can tell, Obsidian Flux right here is 1.97. I think it was actually a little bit more expensive on my previous server. So what does that tell me? No, I'm not going to stockpile on Flux. I'm actually going to sell it currently on my previous server because I know that the overall value of that flux will go down when I actually get transferred. So this not only tells me information on some of the items I want to stock up and flip once I actually get to the server, but it also tells me information on some of the items that I actually want to get rid of. Even these highly sought after Gorgonite schematics on my server, maybe there's only one or two floating around, boosting up the value, making me want to sell it sooner rather than later. Because on this server, maybe there's twice as many of those schematics around, leading to the price overall declining. So again, it comes with a item by item and server by server basis. However, there is huge potential to make gold simply by looking at numbers. You do not have to be a scientist. All you have to do is gather the information and then use that information in a wise way to pick up the profits. I hope this video was helpful. If you guys are getting servers merged down the road, then feel free to reference this video down the road too, because regardless of where you are in the game, this type of method is relevant. So again, thanks for watching. Good luck on your server merges, and let me know in the comments below if you guys have either done this in the past or find success in this when your servers do merge. Thanks again, and I'll catch you guys later.